What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Unknown Facts. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We're about to uncover the 10 biggest heists that ever went down in history. From cunning masterminds to unbelievable escapes, these stories are straight out of a Hollywood movie. So buckle up, grab your detective hats, and get ready to be amazed by the audacity and the unbelievable stories of the 10 biggest heists in history. Let's do it. First up, we're traveling back in time to 1963 to the UK. Picture this: a foggy morning, a speeding train, and a gang of 15 robbers about to pull off the impossible. This, my friends, is the Great Train Robbery. Led by the infamous Bruce Reynolds, these guys were like the Ocean's 11 of their time. They tampered with the railway signals, forcing the train to stop at a secluded spot. They hopped on board, overpowered the crew, and got away with bags and bags of cash. They stole a whopping £2.6 million, which is like over 60 million bucks in today's money. The craziest part? Most of the gang got caught and served time, but the mastermind, Bruce Reynolds, managed to escape to Mexico. He lived the high life for a while before eventually getting caught and thrown in the slammer. It's no wonder they made movies about this one. Next, we're heading over to Boston, 1990. This time it's not about cash, but priceless works of art. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum was home to masterpieces by Rembrandt, Vermeer, Degas, and Manet. Two thieves dressed as police officers pulled off the biggest art heist in history. They tricked the guards, tied them up, and then went on a free-for-all inside the museum. Among the stolen treasures were Rembrandt's Only Seascape, The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, and Vermeer's The Concert. The total value of the stolen art? Over $500 million. The FBI has been on the case for decades, offering a massive reward for any information leading to the recovery of the stolen art. The mystery of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist continues to baffle investigators and art lovers around the world. Now let's jet over to Fortaleza, Brazil, in 2005. This heist is all about pure audacity and some serious digging skills. We're talking about the Banco Central burglary, one of the most elaborate bank robberies ever pulled off. Imagine this: a group of thieves rented a property nearby the bank and spent months digging a 256-foot tunnel, complete with lighting and air conditioning. Over a weekend while the bank was closed, they tunneled their way into the vault and made off with over 70 tons of Brazilian currency. Although some of the robbers were caught, a significant portion of the money has never been recovered. The Banco Central burglary is a testament to meticulous planning and sheer guts. Chapter 4: The Antwerp Diamond Heist. Diamonds are a thief's best friend, or at least they were for the gang who pulled off the Antwerp diamond heist in 2003. Antwerp, Belgium, is known as the world's diamond capital, and this heist targeted the heart of it, the Antwerp Diamond Center. The vault at the Diamond Center was supposedly impenetrable, with multiple layers of security, but our cunning thieves, led by Leonardo Notarbartolo, were not deterred. They used a combination of social engineering, meticulous planning, and good old-fashioned lock-picking skills to bypass all the security measures. They made off with an estimated $100 million worth of diamonds, including loose diamonds, polished diamonds, and jewelry. The Antwerp diamond heist showed the world that no matter how secure you think you are, a determined and resourceful thief can always find a way. Chapter 5: The Hatton Garden Heist. Now, for a heist with a twist. The Hatton Garden heist of 2015 took place in London's jewelry district and involved a gang of elderly criminals. This crew, with an average age of 60, used their decades of experience to plan and execute their heist. They broke into the Hatton Garden Safe Deposit Company over the Easter weekend, knowing that security would be lighter. Using power tools and a hydraulic ram, they drilled through a concrete wall to gain access to the vault. They then ransacked 73 safety deposit boxes, making off with an estimated £20 million worth of jewels, cash, and valuables. Despite their age, most of the gang members were caught and sentenced to prison. Chapter 6: The Lufthansa Heist. Hold on tight, because we're going back to 1978 for this one. The Lufthansa heist, which went down at JFK Airport in New York City, is legendary, and for good reason. It involved the mob, millions in cash, and enough drama to fill a movie, which they actually made. It's called Goodfellas. A group of mob-connected thieves led by Jimmy Burke pulled off the biggest cash robbery in U.S. history at the time. They knew that Lufthansa Airlines regularly transported millions of dollars in cash from U.S. Army personnel stationed in West Germany. They staked out the airport, learned the routines, and struck when a shipment of over $5 million in cash and almost $1 million worth of jewelry arrived. The Lufthansa heist became the stuff of legend, not just for the amount stolen, but also for the aftermath. The mob, being the mob, turned on itself. Chapter 7. Next up, we're headed to New York City again, this time in 1983 for the Brinks Mat robbery. This one involved a staggering amount of gold bullion and a cast of characters that wouldn't be out of place in a Guy Ritchie film. A gang of armed robbers with inside information from a security guard targeted the Brinks Mat warehouse near Heathrow Airport. They were expecting to find a relatively small amount of cash, but they stumbled upon something far more valuable. Inside the warehouse were 3 tons of gold bullion, worth an estimated 26 million pounds at the time, which is over $100 million today. The robbery sparked a massive police investigation and a web of violence as rival gangs and the IRA fought over the spoils. The Brinks Mat robbery became one of the most infamous heists in British history. Chapter 8. Let's fast forward to 2004 and head over to Belfast, Northern Ireland, for the Northern Bank robbery. This heist involved a daring raid, a hostage situation, and a political twist. On a Sunday evening before Christmas, a group of armed and masked men posing as police officers gained access to the homes of 2 bank officials. They held their families hostage and forced the officials to go to work as usual the next day. Under duress, the bank officials facilitated the transfer of over 26 million pounds from the bank's vault to waiting vehicles. The robbers then escaped with the money, leaving the hostages unharmed. Although no one has ever been charged with the robbery, it's widely believed to have been carried out by the Provisional IRA. Chapter 9. For our next heist, we're traveling to Sao Paulo, Brazil in 2011 to explore the Banco Itaú heist. This one involved meticulous planning, a sophisticated understanding of technology, and a whole lot of cash. A group of skilled criminals spent months planning their heist. They rented a property near the bank and posed as a construction crew, even putting up a sign for a fake company. They tunneled over 650 feet to reach the bank's vault, bypassing security systems and sensors along the way. Over a weekend, the gang emptied over 100 safety deposit boxes, making off with an estimated 300 million Brazilian reals, which is roughly 55 million US dollars. Despite the sophistication of the heist, several members of the gang were eventually apprehended. Chapter 10. Finally, we're wrapping things up with a bang in Beirut, Lebanon, in 1976 with the British Bank of the Middle East heist. This one took place during the Lebanese Civil War and involved a daring raid, explosives, and a whole lot of chaos. A group of alleged PLO militants, taking advantage of the lawlessness of the Civil War, decided to pull off a daring heist. They broke into the British Bank of the Middle East, which was located in a no-man's land between warring factions. Using explosives, they blasted open the bank's vault, which was filled with cash, gold, jewels, and valuables belonging to wealthy individuals and organizations. The robbers made off with an estimated 20 to 50 million pounds worth of loot, which would be worth several times that amount today. The British Bank of the Middle East heist became a symbol of the audacity and chaos that defined the Lebanese Civil War. I told you guys, those stories were wild. Can you believe the guts it takes to pull off heists like that? From digging tunnels to posing as cops, these criminals were next level. Makes you wonder where it all ended up, right? Some of the stuff was recovered, but most of it is still out there somewhere. If you could pull off the ultimate heist, what would you steal? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more mind-blowing videos like this one.